Hi all of you. Today we have ratio as the chapter and it's a fraction based chapter. I've got around 10 questions in this PowerPoint presentations. Almost every question is from CAT 2024, maybe one or two from CAT 2023. So this PPT is ensuring not just the conventional content that has been coming in the CAT to be revised. Um, it's also taking the bits and parts of the processes that are involved, the choice of the methods in the process of solving. And needless to say, ratios as usage in the other chapters. These days CAT has habit of using ratio with speed, distance, time, geometry comes in ratio or ratio comes in geometry. So somehow I have also emphasized the solving processes and not just the theory and the choice of the method. So let's see how the questions are. Question number one. Rajesh and Vimal have 20 and 30 hectares of agriculture land respectively, and it is entirely covered by wheat and mustard. So there's no third crop. The cultivation area of wheat and mustard in land owned by Vimal are given in some ratio. The total cultivation area of wheat and mustard are in ratio of 11:9, and the ratio of cultivation area of wheat and mustard in land owned by Rajesh. So the question is equipped with the information that we need to go ahead. It's the information about total given Rajesh plus in Vimal. In one part, information about Vimal is given, and we are expected to find the information of Rajesh. So that's pretty okay. Total minus Vimal is Rajesh, and the information is in the form of land occupied in the cultivation of wheat and mustard. So no big deal. But the method that I was talking about, in the start I said I'm also emphasizing on the method. So I'm not in a mood of making equations. So there is something called grid method. So that completely keeps us away from the equations, and let's see how it works. So this is what is given. Let's say this is wheat, this is mustard, this is Rajesh, this is Vimal, and this is both. I'll not use the word total. Let's say it is both. So 20 hectares for Rajesh. This is total. Let me also have one column here. And this is 13. So this is 50, right? The cultivation area of wheat and mustard owned by Vimal. This is Vimal. It's in 5:3. So let's break 30 in the ratio of 5:3. So 5/8 of this is 150 by 8. 8 ones are 8. 7 by 8 we know is 0.875. So this is 18.75. 30 minus 18.75, that's 11.25. So that's first information. Now I go to the total part. Total cultivation area for wheat and mustard is this much. And total is 50. So 11/20th of 50. This will give me the wheat area. So 55 divided by 2 is 27.5. And 50 minus 27.5, this is 22.5. So how do I get this? This minus this. 7.5 ऊपर और नीचे 1.25, that's 8.75. 20 minus 8.75 is 11.25. All is well. 18, 8, 26 and 1.5, this is okay. 22, this is okay. This is obviously okay. 29, 30, this is okay. So we are done. Finally, the question is the ratio of cultivation area of wheat and mustard, and that is for Rajesh. So it is 8.75 divided by 11.25. So I'm using the table of 25. 25 4 8s are 32 and 3 35. 25 4s are 25 5s are 5 7s and 5 9s are, and that's our answer 2. So the method was grid method, and this is how we came through this. So you can also keep a note of this, how when LR set comes and uses this ratio proportion, how it really can be handy. Next, container has water in 300 liter mixture. Okay, amount of water was poured in 300 liter mixture and the remaining portion was filled with milk. Okay, 300 liters in the form of milk and water. We don't know how much is milk and how much is water. Amount of this solution was taken out from the container, which was twice the volume of the water that was earlier poured in it, and the water was poured to refill the container again. A typical replacement kind of question. If the resulting solution has got 72% milk, so I can make an equation this time, And it's a simple equation where we will use milk as the base for it. So what it says is, it's a container that has got milk and that has got some water. I'm taking water as X and the remaining as milk. And how much is gone out? That is twice of this amount of this solution was taken out, which was twice the volume of water. And water is X, so this is 2X. So how much is gone out in percentage? That's 2X divided by total into 100, and that is 2X by 3 percentage. This much is gone out. So obviously the same percentage is gone out for milk. How much is milk for us? That is 300 minus X. If 2X by 3 percentage is gone out, how much is left? 100 minus 2X by 3 percentage, and that's equal to 72% of 300. That's 216. So 100 comes this side, and the rest is just simplification of this. We are as such done with it. So I'm trying to simplify this. This is 30,000, 1, 2, 3. 200 and 100, this is 300x plus 2x square by 3. And what is this? 21600. Trying to get rid of this denominator. So this is 90,000 minus 900x plus 2x square, and this 3 comes this side, that is 648, right? 90,000 minus 64,800, 65 के ऊपर it's 25 और बचा हुआ 200, so that's 25,200, and 2x square I have it minus 900x, just dividing it by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2s are 2, 6 are 0, 0. Okay, so that's done. Again, I don't have options, otherwise I would have used options straight away at this stage. I can also guess some value, but if you want to know the conventional process of cutting it out, this is 126, that is 9, 9, 18. Let me break it this way. 9 2s are 18, 18 7s are 126, and this 100 is 25 into 4. So we want 450 over there. 7 2s are 14, 14 3s are 42, 42 and 10, that's 420, and remaining is 3 and 5 15 and 2, that's 30. So these are the two factors, because summation of it is minus 450. So the roots are 450 and plus 30. 450 is absurd because total itself is 300. How can we have water as 450? So 30 is the quantity of water that we had initially, and that's what they asked. Then the amount of water in liters that was initially poured in, the answer is 3030. A vessel contains certain amount of solution of acid and water. Okay, when 2 liters of water was added, the new solution had 50% acid concentration. So nice way of giving this composition information. So they said after the addition of 2 liters, then they became equal. 50-50% is they became equal. So it means currently or initially water was 2 liters short compared to acid. When 15 liters was further added in the solution, 15 liters of what? Acid. Then the final solution had 80% of acid concentration. So ratio of water and acid in the original solution. So originally, let's say water was X, so acid was 2 more. Because of the clue given in the first 2 lines, after the addition of 2 liters of water, then they became equal, which means initially acid was 2 more than water. Now the story says there is an addition of 2 liters of water and then addition of 15 liters of acid. This is water and this is acid. And after that we find acid as 80% of the total. So we'll just make a comparison. Acid is to water, or I can have it as total, that will be better. So how much is acid? Initially it is X plus 2. Then how much we got? The addition in the form of, we got 15. How about the total? Total initially was 2x plus 2. Then we got 2 liters of water. and then 15 liters of addition, and this became acid 80% of the total. That's it. So 10 into x is 10x, 17 into 10, that's 170, 8 and 8 into 2 is 16x, 15 into 17 into 19, 19 8s are 152. Okay, so 170 minus 152, that's 18, and x is 3. So initially we had 3 liters of water and 5 liters of acid. What is the question? What is the ratio of water and acid? Water on the left hand side, so that's 3 is to 5. Option number 4. A glass is filled with milk. Again, this is a set of CAT 2024. So I've collected the question, and if you're noticing, there's a lot of traffic of mixtures and replacements, removal kind of questions, and those conventional formation of equation ratios in these 4 questions as of now we haven't seen. Let's see how it happens further. Glass is filled with milk. Two-thirds of this is poured out and replaced with water. If this process of pouring out two-thirds of the content and replacing it with water is repeated 3 more times, which means total 4 times, then the final ratio of milk to water in the glass is how much? How do I start? Where do I start from? So let's say initially it has 100 liters of milk. Two-thirds of it is gone. So left is how much? One-third. And how many times? 4 times. So one-third, 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 one-third. This has happened 4 times. So remaining milk is 100 upon 81. So if this is the milk, and in every process, after the withdrawal, it is compensated by water. So 100 has been the base all throughout in all the 4 operations. So if this is the milk, then how much is the water? 100 minus this, remaining is water. 8100 minus 100 is 8000 divided by 81. So this is water and this is milk. So divide this by this because they want the ratio of milk to water. So you get 81, 81 is cancelled out. 100 upon this, 2 zeros go off, and we have answer as 1 upon 80. And that's our answer. Option number 4. This was quite simple. A fruit seller has total of 187 fruits. So for a change, those replacement removals, there is a difference in the theme that we saw in the first 4 questions. This time it's a question of some combination of fruits, 187 in total, in the form of apples, mangoes and oranges. Number of apples and mangoes are in the ratio of 5:2. After she sells 75 apples, 26 mangoes and half of the oranges, then the number of unsold apples to the number of unsold oranges becomes again flooded with information. We don't have to scratch our head to form one equation or think for an idea or take a clue. Just go with the momentum and things are almost sorted out. So apples, mangoes and oranges, that's 187. Apples and mangoes in the ratio of 5:2. So this is 5x plus 2x. Let's keep oranges as it is. Just trying to simplify this. Okay. Then what? She sells 75 apples, 26 mangoes, and then the ratio of the number of unsold apples to the number of unsold oranges. So if 75 apples are sold, the unsold are these many. If we have O number of oranges and half of them are sold, these are unsold, and this ratio is 3:2. So O minus O by 2 is O by 2. 2 goes up, that is 10x minus 150 divided by O, that is 3 by 2. So we get 20x minus 300 is equals to 3O, and 20x minus 3O equal to 300. We already have one equation. We'll just play with these 2 equations, get rid of one variable, and we'll have the answer. Multiplying this equation by 3, 7 3s are 21, 3O becomes plus 3O, 540 and 21 is 561, plus minus, so add them, this is 41x, this is out, and this is 861. So 41 2s are 82, 41 1s are, so that's x. So how many apples do we have? Apples is 5x, so 21 into 5 is 105. Mangoes is 2x. 21 into 2 is 42. And oranges. If this is 21, let's put it in one of the equation. 21 into 20 is 420. 420 minus 300 is 120. And 120 divided by 3, the oranges are 40. So what do we want now? The question is total number of unsold fruits. 75 gone. So we're left with 30. 26 fruits gone. So we're left with 16. And half of them gone. So we're left with this 30, 50, 16 and 66. That's the answer. I know it was slightly lengthy, but you have the inertia all throughout. You start and almost you don't lift up the pen anytime. So it's going on, going on, going on. And 3 minutes are enough. In fact, we did it within 3 minutes. The mixtures and replacement has again come up. Anil mixes cocoa with sugar in the ratio of 3:2 to prepare a mixture A. Nice start. And coffee with sugar in the ratio of 7:3 to prepare a mixture B. So ratio A, ratio B. That's a mixture of coffee and sugar, I guess, and cocoa and sugar. He combines A and B in the ratio of 2:3 to make a new mixture called C. And if he mixes C with equal amount of milk to make a drink, then percentage of sugar. Similarly, as in like the previous question, we are given good information. We don't have to worry about the start. Just go with the momentum, the information, the way it is said. This is A and it's a ratio of what? Cocoa is to sugar. And what's the ratio? It is 7x, no, it is 3x is to 2x. Okay. How about B? B is coffee and sugar. So this is coffee and this is sugar. Sugar is common for both of them. And this is in the ratio of 7:3. I don't know the quantity. Okay. He combines the mixture and then makes C somewhere. He combines the mixture A and B in the ratio of 2:3. So let's say we take 20 from here and 30 from here to balance out that 2:3 given information. So 20 from here, we get cocoa as 5 fours are 20, so 3 fours are 12. Let's take this as 3. I'm in a mood to get rid of this unknown, right? 5 fours are 2 fours are 8. Sugar here. Coming to this side, 7 and 3 10. 10 threes are 30. So 7 threes are 21 and sugar 3 threes are 9. 21 9 is 30. Now if you mix this, what do you get? Cocoa as 12, coffee as 21, sugar is 8 and 9 17. 20, 30, 40, 49, 50, 20 and 30, 50. Fine. And then the question says we have to add equal amount of milk. This is already 50. So we have to add 50 liters of milk. So altogether it becomes 100 and sugar is 17. So the question is sugar is what percentage of the total? It is 17%. That's it. Right? Okay. Again, a deviation from replacements and removal. I can see the question in the form of coins. Number of coins collected per week by 2 coin collectors A and B are in the ratio of 3:4. Total number of coins collected by A in 5 weeks is given to us as a multiple of 7. And total number of coins collected by B in 3 weeks is given to us as a multiple of 24. Then the minimum possible number of coins collected by A in 1 week. So, Mr. A, Mr. B, and they have coins in the form of 3x and 4x. Total number of coins collected by A in 5 weeks. So in 5 weeks, this will be 15x and total number of coins collected by B in 3 weeks. So this will be 12x. Now this is a multiple of 7. Now if this is a multiple of 7, 15 doesn't cover 7. So x has to take care of that. So x has to be a multiple of 7. And 12n, it's a multiple of 24. 12 does cover some part of it, but for it to be a multiple of 24, x should take care of the remaining 2. So x is a multiple of 2. Now x is a multiple of 7. From this side we say x is a multiple of 2. Eventually we say x is a multiple of 14. The question is coins collected by A in 1 week, which is 3x. In 3x, 3 is not covered in the 14 part. So for it to be minimum, it has to be 3 into 14. It has to be a multiple of 42 at least, right? So nice, again the same thing I'm telling, the question is giving you good information, so don't bother about what method you take. You should assume number, you should form equation, usage of option was out of question, but such questions I think go by the flow in 2 minutes. In fact, this can be done in lesser than 2 minutes, that's good enough. Price of precious stone is directly proportional to the square of its weight. So question of proportion has come now. Sita has precious stone weighing 18 units. She breaks it into 4 pieces with each piece having distinct integer weight. Nice. Then the difference between the highest and the lowest possible value of the total price of the 4 pieces will be 2,88,000. This line looks a bit intricate. Difference between what? Highest and lowest possible values of total prices of 4 pieces. That's right. So slightly ambiguous, or we can actually miss out the original meaning. I'll have a look at it once again, but let me get a start first. So they say the price is directly proportional to the square of weight. It means price is equals to constant into this, and the weight is 18. So price is 18 square is 324. Okay, nice. Then what? It's broken into 4 parts. Difference between highest and lowest possible values of total price of 4 pieces. So highest and lowest possible values, how can I have? One case is for 18 to have that gap, maximum gap, I'll start with 1 and then with 2 and then with 3. They're distinct, so I can't repeat. I can't take 0. I have to keep integers. So 3, 2, 1 is 6. So remaining has to be 12. So this will keep the gap maximum. And the other is the case where the gap is minimum. So keep the 4 weights as close as possible. And it is 18. So 9 becomes the average. So 3 and 6, 4 and 5. So that's 9 and 9, 18. And we have kept them as close as possible. Now let's find the prices of this. Price of this will be, price is equal to constant into weight square. 12 square is 144. 3 square is 9. 2 square is 4. 144 and 4, 148. 148 and 10, 158. This side, 6 square is 36. 5 square is 25. 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9. 61, 77, 86. Let me just check it. 50 and 11, 61, 77, 86, right? And the difference between these two, how much is that? 14 and 58, 72. So this difference is 2,88,000. So K is 4,000. That's it. So if K is 4,000, then the price of the original precious stone, that is this. So we have our answer as 324 into 4,000. 300 into 4 is 1200. 24 into 4 is 96. So that is 1296 with these 3 0. 1296 000, and that's our answer. So good conventional question of proportion, and no big ideas required, just the flow to be done without any flaw. A container has got 40 liters of milk, 4 liters are removed. We are back with the replacements and removal. So nice message, man. We can't really keep this topic out of our preparation strength. So this has to be your strength. A container has got 40 liters of milk, 4 liters are removed from the container and replaced with 4 liters of water. 4 liter is 10% of 40. We get that idea. This process of replacing 4 liters of liquid in the container with equal volume of water is continued repeatedly. the smallest number of times of doing this process, after which volume of the milk in the container becomes less than the water. It's 40 liters total. You have to keep replacing this. So milk steadily will go on decreasing, water will go on increasing. At 20 liters, they will be equal. But the question wants us to be less than 20, less than half is less than 20. So let's go by the Desi method, the conventional percentage way without formation of equation. So if this is 40 liters initially, 4 liters has gone out, which means 10% is gone out. So how much is left? It is 90% is left. And let's do that. So 90% of 40 is 36. 4 is of course water, forget water. Again 4 liter is gone, again 10% is gone, so again 90% is left. So 90% of this is 270 and 54 is 324, so that's 32.4. Same thing has happened all throughout. 4 liters out of 40 is gone out. It means 10% has gone out. So I'll keep on multiplying by 0.9. 9 fours are 36, 3 carry 18 and 3 21, 2 carry 27 and 2 is 29. And just being watchful, I have to ensure that it comes marginally below 20. Then 9 6 are 54, 5 carry 14, 1 carry 82, 8 carry 18 and 8, that's 26. Multiplying by 9 simply and forgetting this digit. 9 fours are 36, 3 carry 18 and 3 21, 2 carry 56, 5 carry, and this is 23. It's coming close to 20 now, forget this. 9 ones are 9, 9 6 are 54, 5 carry 27 and 5 32, 3 carry 18 and 3, that's 21. I'm almost there. The last step now, forget this. 9 fours are 36, 3 carry 18 and 3 21, 2 carry 9 and 2 11, 1 carry, and that's 19.11. So I've come below 20. How many attempts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we can make this happen in 7 attempts. That's it. Cause we can actually frame up if I were a college professor or a school teacher where I have to teach systematically in an organized way, I would have said this initial quantity every time it is 0.9, 0.9 raised to what will be less than 20, and just keep on playing with this. Makes no difference, right? The last question for the day, there's a mixture P and it is formed by removing certain amount of coffee from a coffee jar and then replacing the same amount with cocoa powder. Again, a replacement and removal question. Same amount is again removed from mixture P and replaced with same amount of cocoa powder to form a new mixture Q. Okay. If the ratio of coffee and cocoa in the mixture Q is 16:9, then the ratio of cocoa in mixture P to that in Q is. All is well, but unlike the previous questions where I was flooded with information and I said you don't need to bother about the method, we have got enough information and just keep writing and it happens almost automatically. Here I don't have any number. Almost the entire question is generic. Towards the end, there are some numbers given, otherwise, one gets a feeling that there's no start to it. So, the story is we've got coffee initially, right? Mixture P is formed by removing certain amount of coffee from the coffee jar and replacing it with same quantity of cocoa powder. So, this is P where you have coffee and cocoa. Something has gone out and it's got compensated by cocoa. And then Q is formed, the same amount is again removed from P and replaced, and then you get the combination in the form of Q. Okay. So what is the start? It is this. What is this? The coffee powder left at the end, and that is 16:9. Coffee is 16 and 16 plus 9. This total is 25, right? Initial quantity, I don't know. Can I take it as 100? The replacement, of course, is R, and this has happened 2 times. So, just trying to make it look as simple as possible. R upon C, I'll consider it as P for a while, just to keep my work simple. 16 by 25. So, I get 1 minus P as 4 by 5. So P is equals to 1 by 5. So I think that's simplified. Formula can be used in some organized way, but in middle of it, I change the variable to make it look simple this way. So the removal is 20%. Now that's nice for us. Let me assume this is 100. This is assumed. And I know 20% is taken out. So coffee is 80 and it is replaced with cocoa. So that's 20. Again, 20% is gone out. So 80% is left. 80% of 80 is 64 and 100 minus 64, the remaining is 36. That's it. So in the ratio, what is cocoa in P to that in Q? In P, it is 20 and in Q, it is 36. 4 fives are 36, 4 nines are 36. So that's 5 is to 9. This is our answer, right? So this was also conventional, but unlike previous questions, this was almost a generic story, and we had options of forming equations taking 100 as the value. But I think simple way was using that conventional formula and getting understood how much is withdrawn. And we got to know that in percentage terms, 20% was withdrawn and it ended the question. And that's how we reached the answer. So that's the end to this session. Next session will again be fraction based. We will have work and time in our revision. So priority goes to the actual CAT question, not to expect same questions this year, but to understand the taste, the pattern and the trend that the IMs have been using. And by that, we will do our due diligence and some method follow-ups, the choice of method to finally get the revision done. So I stop here. See you in the next session. Bye.